Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be talking about models of speculation, so as always, if you enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. And then after you watch this video, I do have another video where I talk about models of speculation, but how to use them in the past. So it is a little bit different, and in today's video I'm only going to be focusing on the present and the future. So all of these situations are in the present and in the future. If you want to know how to use them in the past, check out the link at the top of the video towards the end of the video. Okay, so what is speculation? Basically, it's when you are commenting on the likelihood or the probability that something is true. So, for example, many times we use adverbs of, probability to indicate how likely something is. So if I believe it to be probable, possible, or impossible. For example, imagine that my friend calls me and she says, I have been working all day. I have been working since 7 in the morning and it's now 11 p.m. And I reply, you are probably tired. Here I am speculating. By using the word probably, I am indicating that I believe this is probably true, that there's a high likelihood that this is true, that my friend is tired based on the information that I have. In this particular case, the fact that she called me and she told me she has been working all day. In the second example, imagine that I am looking at the sky and I see a lot of clouds forming in the sky. So I say, maybe it will rain later today, or it's possible it will rain later today. So again, I am speculating. I am saying that maybe there's a 50% chance that it will rain later today, that maybe this is possible, but I am less certain compared to the first situation. So I can do the same thing. I can speculate using some modals in English. So for example, I can use the modal must to indicate that something is probably true. So like that there's an 80% chance that it's true. I can use might or might not, may or may not, or could only in the affirmative form to indicate that something is possible, that something is maybe true, but I'm not sure, so maybe there's a 50% probability that it is true. And I can use modals like can't and couldn't to indicate that I believe something is impossible. So maybe it's not completely impossible, but I believe it to be impossible. So maybe there's like a 5% chance that this is true. Okay, so in the first example, remember that my friend called me and she has been working all day, so I said, you are probably tired. The word probably is indicating that I am sure or fairly sure of the situation, so the most appropriate modal to use would be must in this particular situation. Now remember, with all modals, the modal combines with a verb in the base form. So basically it's the subject, the modal auxiliary, and a verb in base form. So basically I could say the same thing by saying, you must be so tired. Again, the verb originally was in the simple present, but with any modal in any situation, we need to use a verb in the base form. And notice also how I didn't use the word probably anymore, because there's no need to. The modal must is already indicating that I am pretty sure that this is true. In the second example, I said I saw a lot of clouds, so I said maybe it will rain later today. So in this particular case, I am less sure, so it would be inappropriate to use must. Instead, I could use might or may or could. In this particular case, I decided to use might, so it might rain later today. It's like saying that maybe it will rain later today. And again, notice how the verb is in base form. We don't have ing or ed or even s, even when the subject is he or she or it. So a couple of other examples. Let's imagine that my mom is away for the weekend. She's in the mountains. And during the weekend, I receive a phone call and I don't recognize the number. And my sister says, well, maybe it's mom. Except she doesn't say that. She says, it may be mom. Well, the word may, the modal may, is like saying that something is maybe true. So it is like saying that maybe it's mom. And the structure again, subject, modal, and a verb in the base form. And I could also say it could be mom or it might be mom, and it would mean exactly the same thing, that this is possible, but I'm not sure. And then I reply, well, I think she's in the mountains in a specific place where there is no reception for the phone. So it can't be her. So even though it's almost the same sentence, the fact that I use the modal can't is indicating that I believe this is impossible. And well, based on the evidence that I have, the fact that I believe that there is no reception. So it can't be her is like saying it's impossible that it's my mom. And basically that's how you use modals of speculation. You use a modal with a verb in the base form, and you use a different modal depending on the level of certainty that you have. So for example, again, if you are fairly sure, you use the modal must. If you believe there's an 80% chance or more that this is true. You use might or may or could if you believe something is possible. So there's like a 50% chance that it could be true or it could happen. And if you believe something is impossible, you use can't or couldn't. And that's how you use modals of speculation. Now, if you believe that you need a little bit more practice, maybe check out the comments where I will have something for you to work on, and it might help you.